So I grew up in Richmond, Virginia. We had the Chesapeake Bay to go to, where we'd fish, sail, crab, ski, have sandy hot dog cookouts on the beach, and swim with stinging nettles. Now you may call them jellyfish, but they stung us, and we called them stinging nettles. I worked on a fishing boat as a teenager and would come back to our place so hot and smelly and downright tired. I would just sit on our porch, and that's before taking a bath or anything, looking out on the bay and feel such amazing peace. I bet some of you have had such a place in nature, and that is in God's creation, where you go when you're sad or angry or just plain exhausted. It doesn't have to be the Chesapeake Bay, the top of a mountain, or a waterfall. Now I go to the cemetery in Montfort. I'm a new beekeeper, and sometimes I just go sit and watch my bees. Man, if anybody doesn't believe in God, go learn about bees. So I sure need a place to be alone and quiet, where I can work to listen for God's still small voice inside that I think of as God. Another big influence on me was going to Camp Hanover, where Kathy Meacham and John Ledgerton were counselors. We lived in canvas hogans in the woods and had vespers every night where we'd talk about seeing God in nature all around us. Camp Hanover was honestly life-changing for me. I know, but admittedly don't always feel, that God is in me and each of you and in all of creation. I guess even in stinging nettles, which feed horseshoe crabs, by the way. I'm aware of the opportunities that I've had, and what really gives me joy is sharing God's creation with people. I like for them to be out in nature, and not everybody gets that chance. I like to take kids who've never been tubing on the river, or teaching the YTL kids about bees and watching them plant with Allison in the garden and then take vegetables that they've helped grow home to their families. There's so many issues to be concerned about. I feel, because of my faith, called in this loving and just God, that I must do everything I can in conjunction with creation, being all too aware, however, that I don't live nearly as simply as I could. Over 30 years ago, I was at a conference in Montreat, and the speaker said that he thought the expression of being a good steward of the earth was rather arrogant. Boy, that really took me back, because I'd always been told to be a good steward. So I've tried to recognize more that I'm a part of creation. I'm not over top of the earth, benevolently watching over it and taking care of it. This world needs nature a lot more than it needs me. That said, because of my faith, I do feel called to use my experiences in nature, my socioeconomic status, and my education to try to buy earth-friendly products and elect leaders who will make good decisions about our environment. I guess I feel that caring for creation and sharing opportunities to be out in nature is the most life-giving and most urgent in these times. It's really exhilarating to me to share with others the enchantment of nature, and maybe, just maybe, there we can all recognize that God is there and know that we are loved.